Hello friends, welcome again. Current affairs is very important for your upcoming government jobs. SN Academy will provide you the best material for national and international news. So keep watching and study hard. 19th October 2020. The first news is the country's largest paramilitary force, Central Reserve Police Force (CRPF), has collaborated with IIT Delhi, Defence Research and Development Organisation and Joint Advanced Technology Centre (JATC) to augment its research and development capabilities. The CRPF officers and SOs, that is subordinate officers, who were trained by the IIT Delhi will also be associated with joint research project undertaken by DRDO and IIT Delhi in the field of defence and security tech solution. CRPF has over 3 lakh personnel, of which more than 500 officers and SOs holds a degree in engineering. Important keys. Central Reserve Police Force Director General is A.P. Maheshwari and headquarters it is in New Delhi, India. Next. The Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern, won a landslide victory in the country's general election to be elected as the Prime Minister for the second consecutive 3-year term. In the battle against COVID, Ardern was alone among her Western peers in pursuing an explicit elimination strategy and imposed one of the strictest nationwide lockdowns in the world. Important keys. New Zealand capital is Wellington and its currency is New Zealand dollar. Next. The Managing Director and CEO of Union Bank of India, Rajkiran Rai Ji, has been elected as the Chairman of Indian Banks Association for the term 2020 and 21. He succeeds Rajneesh Kumar as the IBA Chairman after Kumar recently retired as SBI Chief. Apart from this, Dinesh Kumar Khara, the Chairman of State Bank of India, has been elected as the Deputy Chairman of the association. IBA is an association of banks and other entities in the banking ecosystem in India catering to its members. Important keys. IBA headquarter location is Mumbai, Maharashtra, and it is founded on 26 September 1946. Next. Advocate Rohan Jaitley, the son of late Union Minister Arun Jaitley, has been elected unopposed as the President of the Delhi and District Cricket Association (DDCA). He was the single candidate left for the post, as the lone candidate who had filled his nomination against him withdrew his candidature. Next. The Appointments Committee of the Cabinet has approved the extension of the tenure of Home Secretary Ajay Kumar Bhalla till August 22, 2021. Bhalla, a 1984 batch IAS officer of Assam Meghalaya cadre, was appointed as Home Secretary in August 2019. He was to superannuate on November 30, 2020. Next. India successfully test-fired the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile from the Indian Navy's indigenously built stealth destroyer INS Chennai, with the weapon hitting a pre-designed targeted in the Arabian Sea. The missile hit the target in the Arabian Sea successfully with pinpoint accuracy after performing high-level and extremely complex maneuvers. The highly versatile BrahMos has been jointly designed and developed and produced by India and Russia under the joint venture BrahMos Aerospace. The supersonic cruise missile can be launched from submarines, ships, aircrafts and land platforms. The missile has a top speed of Mach 2.8, nearly 3 times the speed of sound. The extended range BrahMos supersonic cruise missile that can hit targets 400 km away. The range has been increased from the existing 290 km. Next, the 8th edition of the annual Indian Navy Sri Lanka Navy Bilateral Maritime Exercise SLINEX 20 starts at Trincomalee, Sri Lanka from 19 to 21st of October 2020. The Indian Navy will be represented by the indigenously built ASW corvettes Kamorta and Kiltan. The Sri Lanka Navy will be represented by SLN ships Saurya and Gajabahu. The SLINEX 20 will enhance interoperability, improve mutual understanding, and exchange best practices and procedures for multifaceted maritime operation between both navies. The exercise is being conducted in a non-contact, at sea only format in the backdrop of COVID-19 pandemic. SLINEX series of exercise emphasizes the deep engagement between India and Sri Lanka, which has strengthened mutual cooperation in the maritime domain. Next, India has successfully conducted the night trial of its nuclear-capable Prithvi 2 missile from integrated test range at Chandipur near Balashore of Orissa coast. The user flight trial was carried out by the Strategic Forces Command of the Armed Force under the watch of DRDO scientists as part of a training exercise. The state-of-the-art missile is India's first indigenous surface-to-surface strategic missile developed by DRDO under the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program. The 9-meter tall liquid-propelled Prithvi 2 has a range of 350 km and can carry a 1-ton warhead. It uses advanced interior guidance system with maneuvering trajectory to reach the target with a few meter accuracy. It has been designed to deliver advanced warheads deep into enemy territory. The missile dives at the target at an 80-degree angle. Important keys: DRDO chairman is Dr. G. Satish Reddy and its headquarters in New Delhi. Next, a 23-year-old Mumbai-based girl Aishwarya Sridhar became the first Indian woman to win the 2020 Wildlife Photographer of the Year award. It is the 56th year of the prestigious award. Her image title is Lights of Passion, won among 50,000 entries from over 80 countries across the world. Only 100 images were shortlisted and she won the award for her photograph in her behavior invertebrate category. She is the first and youngest girl to win the prestigious award from India in the audit category. The award winners were announced at the Natural History Museum in London. Next, the 7th meeting of Ministers of Law and Justice of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization member states was virtually hosted by Indian Minister of Law and Justice, Communication and Electronics and Information Technology, Ravi Shankar Prasad. The Indian side urged the SCO member states to promote the exchange of ideas, best practices and experience in identified areas through the platform. He also mentioned initiating pro bono legal services to provide free legal aid to marginalized sections of the society. The virtual meeting was attended by justice ministers from China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, Russia, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan, according to a statement by the Ministry of Law and Justice. The 7th session of the Justice Ministers of SCO member states deliberated on areas of cooperation, emphasized the high relevance of mutual exchange of legal information on counter-action to the spread of the coronavirus pandemic and acknowledged the need for cooperation in ADR mechanism area among others. India ranked 94 among 107 nations in the Global Hunger Index 2020. With a score of 27.2, India has been placed in the serious category in the GHI scale, that is Global Hunger Index. Although there is an improvement in a score as compared to 38.9 in 2000, 37.5 in 2006 and 29.3 in 2012, but still it represents a serious level of hunger. Last year, India's rank was 102 out of 117 countries. According to the report, 14% of India's population is undernourished. It also showed the country recorded a 37.4% stunning rate among children under 5 and a wasting rate of 17.3%. The under 5 mortality rate stood at 3.77%. The neighboring Bangladesh, Myanmar and Pakistan too are in the serious category but ranked higher than India in this year's hunger index. While Bangladesh ranked 75, Myanmar and Pakistan are in the 78th and 88th position. Nepal in 73rd and Sri Lanka in 64th position are in moderate hunger category, the report showed. Next, Pakistani pace bowler Umar Gul has announced that he will retire from all forms of cricket. The 36-year-old Gul, who played his last match for Pakistan and ODI in 2016, featured for Balochistan team in the National T20 Cup. The Peshawar-born Gul made his international debut on an ODI in 2003. He played his first test that year itself. His last test was against South Africa in 2013. From 47 test matches, Gul took 163 wickets at an average of 34.06. He also claimed 179 wickets from 130 ODIs besides 85 wickets from 60 T20Is. Next, noted Bengali electionalist Pradeep Ghosh passed away. Ghosh was a prominent reciter and renowned vocal artist who was well known for his inimitable style of recitation. His most notable works include his recitation of Tagore's poems, especially those for children. Thank you. Keep watching.